Hello, hello, how are you? Welcome to another karma offering. So be sure to grab some props with you today. Today, the karma offering is a trauma informed practice. So, what this means is there's going to be a lot more predictability in the practice and a lot less surprises. So, oftentimes, I like to keep yogis on their toes. This one will not keep you on your toes, it will keep you in the present moment, feeling safe and grounded, but still engaging into those muscles. So, that being said, please know that at any point, any pose or activity that we do has the capability of causing sensations of overwhelm, and you need to, at those times, be honest with your body. So, meaning if you need to rest, take rest. You need to make a noise, make noise. You know, giving yourself a safe space to express what you're feeling, what comes up. Okay? Now, should have vacuumed with our blocks kind of handy dandy and close by. If you don't have a block, feel free to use like phone books or other books or just kind of whatever you've got handy and kicking around. Okay, I've got the Huey the dinosaur support in the back, so he's got the blanket and the bolster should we need at any point. Okay, now bringing yourself down to a comfortable seat. We'll start in a staff pose, also known as Dandasana. So I'm going to extend my legs out long. And if you need a little more space, feel free to give yourself a little more space. I'm going to glue the heels down, point the toes up, bring the hands beside the hips here, and just start to engage with the mat. So press the hands, see if you can press the heels of the hands, the fingertips, the knuckle points into the ground, and notice what's happening. Maybe we close the eyes. Maybe we take a breath in and open the mouth. Maybe we take a breath in and open the mouth. Again, it's okay to make noise here. Inhale in. Option to keep those eyes still closed. Just starting to move into your toes. Maybe releasing the hands from the ground, moving the fingers. Wiggling, rolling. Just starting to introduce ourselves to the wrists, the ankles, those phalanges. Right? So phalanges are your fingers and your toes. Good. Let's go ahead. Inhale, make fists with the hands, thumbs to the outside, and crunch the toes in towards the feet. Exhale, take them out wide and away. Inhale, bringing the toes, the fingers in, crunching them in, holding. Exhale, wide and away. Yeah, let's do one more. Inhale, bring those toes, those fingers in, making fists nice and tight. Exhale, wide and away. And we'll just kind of jiggle, wiggle that away. You can inhale, take those arms up. Maybe the gaze will follow. Press through the sits bones and extend the crown towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring the hands down, interact with the ground and the space around you. Press the hands, coming back into that Dandasana, heels down, toes up. We'll come into a half butterfly variation. So bring the sole of the foot to the inside of the left leg. And if you need a little space, maybe that leg is popping up away from the ground, feel free to grab one of those blocks and place it under. Again, not mandatory, just a suggestion. So doing what you need in your body today. I'm going to again bring those hands just outside the hips, and let's go ahead and just start to engage the outside of the leg towards the ground. 3, 2, inhale, keeping the sole of the foot to the inside of that thigh. Drive the inside of the leg up towards the chest. And exhale back down towards the ground. I'm trying to slow down that breath today. Those movements can match Feel free to move a little faster than me. Inhale, drive the inside of the leg up towards the chest. And exhale, back down to the ground. Beauty. Let's go ahead and turn ourselves to face that beautiful left leg. Okay. And let's inhale, reach up. And exhale, dive down, just like a beautiful wave over the leg, maybe framing the outside. Maybe just breathing into the space, knowing that you always have an option. And slowly roll on up. We'll bring this beautiful right knee towards the ceiling, planting the sole of the foot down. We're going to come into a nice little twist here. I'm going to hug the leg. And we're going to go ahead and bring this right hand behind, fingers pointing towards maybe the back wall. And I'm going to press into the ground through that right hand, root to rise. Checking in with the energy lines of the body, maybe flexing through that left foot. I'm just starting to drive the chest as I explore the twist towards the side wall. Maybe I stop here. Maybe it feels good in my body, so I explore a little deeper. Also option to keep the gaze in front. One more full breath cycle. Maybe looking for that equal inhale, equal exhale. Let's go ahead, untwist, and extend the right leg long. Let's go ahead, inhale, take those arms up. And exhale down, allowing the hands to engage with the ground, coming back into that Dandasana, that staff pose. Fingers are wide. We're pressing through the heels of the hands, all 10 knuckle points, all the fingers. Let's go ahead and move into the left side, creating that balance right off the hop. So moving into that half butterfly, sole of the foot to the inside of the right thigh. Again, if we need, we're grabbing a little block, giving ourselves, the ground up to us. Bringing the hands just outside the hips for now. Let's go ahead, start to engage with the ground and the outside of the leg. And then the inside of the leg, driving it up towards the chest. And exhale, back down. Inhale, inside of the leg towards the chest. And exhale. Inhale, driving that inside of the leg up. And exhale, outside of the leg towards the mat. Turn to engage with the right leg, checking in with the energy lines of the body. And let's go ahead, inhale, drive those beautiful arms up. Drive the sits bones into the mat. Exhale like a wave down over the leg. Maybe framing, maybe grabbing, wherever you want to take yourself today. This is your practice. Enjoying one more breath cycle here. And we'll slowly roll on up. Take your time, no race, no rush. Gaze can come up last. Maybe we look at that big toe. Let's drive this beautiful knee towards the ceiling. Plant the sole of the foot down. Hug the leg in towards the body, towards the torso. Left hand comes behind. Fingers pointing towards that back wall maybe. Option to give yourself a little space. Maybe use a block, bring the ground up to you. Okay, let's go ahead, hug that leg in, root to rise. So press down through the left hand. Grow, lengthen, extend, and then explore your twist. Maybe stopping at the side wall here. Checking in with the energy lines. We're still engaging with that front foot. Again, always opting to explore a little deeper. Come back through to center. Plant those hands. Let's extend the left leg long, coming back into that Dandasana that we had at the start. Inhale, take the arms up, reach. And once again, exhale, arms down. Plant the hands. Maybe option to use the blocks here. Bring the ground up to you. Spread the fingers nice and wide. See if we can create more space across the collarbone. And we'll slowly start to bend the legs here. No race, no rush. Maybe coming into a butterfly or a crisscross. I'm going to come into a crisscross. Bringing the hands to the thighs of the legs. We're going to start with just some little rotations, starting to feel into the torso, the back body, maybe rounding towards the back wall. And as we come forward, maybe shining the chest, expanding through the collarbones. Exhale, rounding, maybe chin to chest. Just kind of really feeling into it, matching the moves with your breath, if that feels right. Maybe closing the eyes if that feels safe. Let's switch it up and go the other way. Maybe checking in with where we're feeling sensation, moving or leaning into that. Again, if it feels safe in your body. Maybe starting to emphasize the rounding of the back body, the shining of the chest forward, the expansion of the collarbones. And we'll find some stillness coming back through to center, lengthening the back body, the crown, extending towards the ceiling. Another little twist ditty here. Take the left hand to the right thigh and just bring the right fingertips behind or just off from the hip. And start to explore the twist towards the side wall. Press through those back hands, the right hand, right fingertips. Engage as you inhale, find length or extension. What's happening with the sits bones here? Maybe we're gazing just off to the side, not very deep into it. And let's inhale, come back, take the arms up and directly into the other side. You guessed it. Your right hand to the left thigh. Maybe those left fingertips are coming off from the hip, or maybe more directly behind the back body, your choice. Or maybe we're rooting down through that whole hand. We're exploring, and then we're going to root to rise, so engage with the ground behind, those fingertips of the left. Press, inhale, grow, find length, extend. And then again, maybe we're just playfully, curiously glancing and engaging with the side. Kind of leaning into those sensations, or exploring, rather, I guess is a better word. Inhale, back through center. And then if it's okay, let's bring those fingertips down. Exhale, fold. Round through the back body once you touch down with the ground. Chin to chest. Maybe the option to slowly roll on up. Inhale, make fists with the hands, the fingers in, thumbs to the outside. Exhale, fingers wide and away. Option to smile here if it feels good. And we'll just go ahead and shake that all out. Nothing wild, nothing crazy. Maybe some in the shoulders, in the head, just be gentle. Maybe we're going a little side to side. When you're ready, I'll meet you in a tabletop position here, as this will help us transition to the top of the mat. So from here, we're going to bring those hands down maybe under the shoulders, and if it feels good, just find some little movements here. Maybe we want to warm up into those shoulders, so we bend, come down towards the ground, and then exhale, engage with the ground, press ourselves up. At this point, let's curl those toes. Okay, take yourself back, press up, and slowly start to walk towards the top of the mat. We'll take the feet nice and wide here, about hip distance. And we're going to just slowly and sweetly roll on up. No need to kind of emphasize those forward folds at this moment. Come up slow. Maybe the gaze comes up last. So coming into our Tadasana, and again, we're giving ourselves more space today. We're taking up space. We're allowing ourselves to be seen, kind of standing in our power, right? Or creating, a safe space where we can cultivate that power and feel into expression and the confidence of standing in it. So feet wide. And we'll bring those palms facing forward. Again, spread those beautiful fingers out. Okay, so this is our Tadasana today. Again, if you want to take it in closer, feel free to bring those feet in closer. Okay? Your practice, your power. Right? From here, maybe again, we're broadening through the collarbones. We're creating space. We're expanding through the ribs, the chest. Checking in, I want to engage with the ground, so I'm standing here, I'm here, I'm taking up this space, it's mine. Well, it's mine for the moment, you know what I mean? That practice of non-attachment. But anyways, from here, let's go ahead, inhale, take the arms up, reach, option for gaze to follow, but you can keep gazing forward. Exhale, we're coming into that forward fold. Bend the knees. Keep them nice and soft. We're still engaging with the ground. Notice if you're clutching through the toes. Maybe we bring the blocks here so the ground comes up to us. And we're in this nice little forward fold for a moment. Maybe we sway a little side to side and we're feeling into that. We're checking out first with how our feet are engaging with the ground. So I want you to bring your fingertips, if they reach, to the feet. And if they don't today, that's okay. Just visualize your fingers stroking under the toes, the tops of the feet. And then notice what happens when we bring the fingertips just above the big toe mound. Sliding them across over to the little toe mound. And then down towards the heels. Inhale, let's slowly rise on up. Maybe we take the arms overhead if it feels good. Again, no obligations here. And then exhale, hands down through heart center. Beauty. So we're going to go ahead and get started into some of that nice little flow type work here. So again, if you need, shake it out, get whatever you need to make yourself ready. So from the top of our mat, let's go ahead, inhale, reach up. And we're just adding on. Exhale, forward fold. Remember how we engaged with the ground, big toe mount, little toe mount, heel. From here, again, an option to use the blocks, bring the ground up to you. We're going to take the left foot back if we need. Just take a little more space, whatever that looks like and feels like for you. Okay. Drop that back heel down. Maybe we've angled the foot so the toes are more towards the outside edge and the heel's more towards the center. And again, maybe we're taking up more space and stepping out that right foot a little wider. So again, first we're interacting, we're getting to know the pose, which is Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Okay, from here, I'm checking in from the ground up, big toe mound, little toe mound, heel. Checking in with my stabilizers. Inhale, let's rise up, feel strong here. Keep pressing through the outside edge of that back foot, so engaging towards the pinky toe and the heel, but still pressing down through big toe mound. Imagine someone wanted to maybe imagine there was a little ladybug trying to crawl around on the toes and there was a ticklish type sensation. So we're pressing down to ensure that that tickle sensation can't reach the sole of the foot. Right? We want the ladybug to stay on top, maybe explore towards the grass and the flowers. So maybe the arms are up here, maybe the hands are at heart center. Wherever you need to be. Again, let's go a little bit deeper, add a little bit more. Exhale, fold down towards that front leg. We're going to pivot onto the balls of the left foot. Bring the knee down. Top of the foot comes down. Inhale, take the arms up maybe if it feels good. Option to keep those hands down. Exhale, let's plant the hands. Curl those back left feet and toes. Bend the knee and step it up. Forward fold. Engage with the ground, root to rise. Inhale, come on up. Option to take the arms up. And then exhale out to the side, down into your Tadasana. Okay. Same thing, other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Soft knees. Slide back with the right foot this time. Drop the heel down. We're engaging with Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Same thing as the other side. Take your time to set it up. If you need more space, take it, whatever that looks like and feels like for you. Inhale, come up when you're strong and ready, feeling stable and grounded. Option for those arms to be up. Option for the hands to come at heart center. Good. Exhale. Let's bring it back down. Frame the front foot. Pivot onto the balls of the back foot. Knee comes down. Top of the foot comes down. In that nice little low crescent lunge version here. Rise. Keep grounding through the legs here. Feel the strength that we're creating. Curl those back toes. Knee is soft. Step forward. Top of the mat. Inhale. Rise. Feel yourself grounding through the feet, interacting with the mat. Exhale, arms wide, coming back into your Tadasana. Take your time. Good. Inhale, let's take the arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back with the left foot. Drop that heel towards center. Toes are pointed out towards the side maybe. Feel yourself grounding through the feet, interacting. Big toe mound, little toe mound, heel. Pressing towards the outside edge of that back foot. When we're stable, rise. Follow your movement. Exhale. Fold. Plant the hands, pivot onto the balls of the back foot. Knee comes down. Plant the top of that foot down or keep the toes curled, your choice. Coming up. Little crescent lunge here. Exhale, hands down. Frame the front foot. Slide that beautiful leg in. Maybe taking those feet wide. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Hands down towards the sides. Taking up space. Tadasana. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Slide the right leg back. Heel comes in. We're planting those feet down, finding our stability. The rooting, the grounding. Rise up. Virabhadrasana 1. Again, option for hands to be here. You go where you need. Follow the exhale. Move. Grounding. Pivot those beautiful back toes. Knees comes down. Top of the foot down. Find your stability. Rise. Crescent lunge. Exhale, plant the hands. Step it back. Right foot meets the left. Rise up, grounding, interacting with all areas of the foot in the ground. Beautiful. Hands wide, arms wide. Tadasana. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Soft knees here. Again, option to bring those blocks, the ground up to you. Left leg slides back. Drop that back heel coming. Virabhadrasana 1. Rise up. Follow the exhale. Fold. Pivot the back foot. Drop the knee. Option to keep the toes curled. Maybe pressing down through the top of the foot. Feel the engagement in the legs. Exhale. Fold. Beautiful. Slide that beautiful left leg back up to meet the right. Inhale, rise. Stepping through big toe mound, little toe mound, and heels. Take the arms wide, take up space. Tadasana. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Slide the right leg back. Drop the heel down. Virabhadrasana 1. Again, if you need, take up that extra space. Take the time to create the stability from the ground up. Rise. Exhale, take the hands down. Frame that front foot. Put onto the balls of the right. Knee comes down. Top of the foot down maybe as well. Rise. Exhale, fold. Engaging with the ground. Let those stabilizers spread. Step forward, right leg meets the left. Inhale, rise. Take up space, arms wide, Tadasana, exhale. One more, inhale, rise. Extend, exhale, fold. Engaging with the ground. Slide back with the left leg. Drop that beautiful heel in, toes out. Inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Exhale, fold. Fingertips down for support. Pivot onto the balls of the back, left foot, knee down. Option for toes to stay curled. Otherwise, rise. Exhale, fold. Slide the left leg to meet the right. Rise. Arms wide. Tadasana. Inhale, extend the arms, rise. Exhale, fold, soft knees. Slide the right leg back, Virabhadrasana 1, heel comes in, toes are out. Engage with the ground. If you need, take up space. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Pivot onto the balls of the back, right foot, knee comes down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Good, slide that right leg in to meet the left. Engaging with the ground. Big toe mound, little toe mound, heels. Inhale, rise. Exhale, take up space, arms wide. Breathe into this space. Again, inviting the collarbones to take up a little more room. Maybe we take a nice little clearing breath or two here. Open the mouth. Again, do a big inhale. Sigh, let it go. Inhale, take the arms up. Rise. Exhale, fold. Adding on to the different part here now, a little different flow. Take the left leg back. Drop that heel down. We're coming into Virabhadrasana stance. So the same, might feel a little good to bring the foot more to a parallel. It might feel good to keep that heel where it was for Virabhadrasana Warrior 1. Okay, we're going to come up through Warrior 1. Open chest to the side wall. Okay, option to engage with those beautiful arms. So I'll show you from this way, just so we can see. Again, new pose, so we'll break it down a little bit before we really dive in. Right? So from our standing mountain, our forward fold, we're sliding back left leg. We're dropping that heel. We're still taking up the space that we need, just like we did in Warrior 1. Still engaging with those feet like we did in Warrior 1. We'll come up and then open. Okay? So chest is coming out. So imagine, you wanted to give yourself a little hug. Okay? Little hug. I'm going to pull myself to face this way so I can see you guys, right? And then take those arms, maybe to match the legs. Again, anything that we need to do to create more support in our body here. Okay? Again, if we want the heel more that way and that feels more comfortable for you, that's okay. Because remember, the twist isn't coming from the hips here. It's coming from the core, from the torso. So from here, if it feels good, take the gaze over those right fingertips. Okay, from here, we want to really kind of play into this whole little series. So we'll come into an extended side, and imagine someone wanted to shake your hand. You're meeting up with an old friend. So let's take the thumb up. Okay, from here, we're going to revolve into that lunge. So we're coming down, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and open maybe that right arm to the sky if it feels good. Then from here, we're going to go back into Warrior 1. So bring those hands down, orient yourself, create stability, rise up. Okay. Exhale, we'll bring the hands down. We're going to build emphasis here
And this is for when we get to the peak pose, which we're going to do at least 2 to 3 rounds before we get to this peak pose. But I want to show you before we get there. Okay. Option to keep the hands down for support, maybe using that block. Okay. Also option, build from the ground up, shorten maybe the stance for your warriors. Maybe keeping those toes down, build the muscle memory within the body. And then I'm going to back up from the wall here. Okay. Building that muscle memory. Maybe you start to practice to hover the toes, bringing those hips level. Maybe eventually we bring the fingers away. Okay? But we've got a few rounds before we have to get there. So we've gotten our little rundown. Pardon me. Look at me, Sean. I'm all parts human here, running out of air. Okay, so keeping our blocks handy if we've got them. Let's go ahead and I'll come to this area just so you can kind of see as we move through what's happening. So from our standing mountain pose, let's go ahead. Inhale, reach, take the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Slide back with the left leg. Drop that heel down, engaging with our Virabhadrasana stance. Again, taking up more space if you need in your body. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open. Expand. Feel the collarbones creating more space across the chest, the ribs. Option to keep the gaze flowing towards the front of the room. Flowing with those right fingers. Or flowing with the heart. Your choice, your needs. Engage with the feet. Remember, ground up. Let's go ahead, get a little playful, a little curious, exploring, maybe meeting new people, maybe meeting old friends. Extended side angle. And we're bringing the chest to point down for this one, keeping ourselves a little more grounded. Okay, from here, let's go ahead, revolve that lunge. Option to pivot onto the beautiful toe mounds. Maybe we bring that knee down. Option, shake someone's hand with the right. Okay, or take those fingers to the sky, look up. Okay, maybe the knee comes away. Maybe it stays down. Your choice, your needs. Okay, from here, let's go ahead, come back, warrior one. Bring that beautiful left foot back down. Engage, build stability, rise. Exhale, hands down. Pivot onto the balls of the back, left foot. Step it forward to meet the right. Inhale, rise, reach. Exhale, take up space. Tadasana, mountain. Inhale, rise, reach. Exhale, fold. Slide back with the right leg. Drop that heel, finding our Virabhadrasana, our warrior stance. Again, take up space if you need. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open. Warrior two. Again, we might be facing slightly different way now. Okay, let's get playful. Let's explore. Extended side angle. Shaking someone's hand here. Old acquaintance, new acquaintance. Keep yourself grounded within the present moment. Chest pointing towards the ground for this one. Moving into our revolve lunge. Bring the fingers down. Maybe bring the knee down. Let's go ahead. Extend the right hand towards the front as if we were going to shake someone's hand. Maybe take it all the way up to the ceiling. Option for that knee to pop away. Exhale, bring it back down. Drop that right heel. Coming back through our Virabhadrasana stance and grounding in the feet. First, checking in, ground up, rise. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, pivot that back foot, step right to meet left. And grounding, big toe mound, little toe mound, heels, rise. Inhale. Exhale, take up space, arms wide. Tadasana. Inhale, rise. Moving into that one with the peak pose now. Exhale, fold. Slide back, left leg, Virabhadrasana stance. Find your grounding, your stability, your space you need. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open, expand. Get playful, explore. Extended side angle, reaching for the front. Grounding. Explore, a little more playful, coming into our revolved lunge. Keep moving, come back. Find the grounding in your feet. Virabhadrasana stance, rise. Follow that exhale, fold. Create the space you need if you need. Shorten the stance. Interact with that front balancing foot. Maybe we hover the toes. Maybe we bring the hands away. Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Exhale, fingers down. Leg steps to meet the right. Engaging with the ground. Inhale, rise. Exhale, take up space, Tadasana. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Slide to the right leg back, drop the heel. Virabhadrasana stance. If you need, take up space. Inhale, rise. Exhale, open. And again, we can take time here. Okay, getting playful. Extended side angle. Coming to shake someone's hand. Again, maybe old acquaintance, keep yourself grounded in the present moment. Exhale, explore a little more. Fingers come down, pivot that knee. Maybe it drops. And again, maybe we shake someone's hand in front. Maybe we go to the sky. Maybe that knee pops away, revolve the lunge. Exhale, keep finding movement, play. Heel comes down. Ground, stability, express. Warrior 1. Exhale, down. Create the space you need. Setting ourselves up, maybe shortening the stance. Engaging with our front standing foot. Maybe toes hover. Maybe Virabhadrasana 3. Maybe fingers stay down. Step that beautiful right leg to meet the left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back. Coming into your tabletop. Okay, option for legs together or taking the legs wide, coming into child's pose. Again, if this feels safe for you. If staying in a seated variation of child's pose feels a little better for your body today, maybe bringing those legs in. Okay, giving ourselves a little hug here. Take that. Wherever you'd like to be. Closing the eyes if it feels safe. Maybe give yourself a little squeeze or a little rock side to side. And regardless of where we are, maybe we start to transition into our pigeon. So for pigeon, let's go ahead and start with the left leg. And I'll show you an orientation with the top of your mat here. So my left leg, I'm just going to go ahead, knee kind of pointing toward the front. I'm going to bring the left leg back. My hands might come to frame. I might use my block to create a little more space. Maybe broadening through the collarbones, softening through the ribs. If it feels good, feel free to stay lifted or option to fold. Maybe keeping the arms to frame the chest, or you can take them forward if that feels good. Really kind of do whatever feels natural and organic in your body. And we'll slowly come on up. And I'm going to just kickstand or drive that right leg forward. And I'm going to plant it here at the top of my mat. Okay? And then with my one hand support, and I'll turn it, I'll show you this way. So basically like so, right? And like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of guide this leg over so that that knee comes more in line with this heel at the top center of my mat. And then I'm going to step this leg over. Now, option to stay here, okay, kind of in a nice little modified version of your shoelace. Okay, or if it feels good, I'm using this hand, maybe we guide this leg a little deeper so that the knees come to stack. Again, this might not be everyone's jam. Okay. Another option for a half mode of this pose is to keep the bottom leg extended straight. So you'll see left leg is straight, right leg's gonna cross over. Again, I might just kind of heel toe it over, and then as if I was just crossing my legs in a chair. Option to stay here, stay seated. Use those blocks maybe at the side of the body to bring the ground up to you. Okay. If it feels good, maybe we fold. And if it feels safe, we can close the eyes. Maybe we're letting our breath return back to its natural rhythm. Maybe we never asked our breath to change from its natural rhythm. Maybe today was just merely about showing up and feeling safe in the body to kind of move and play, getting a little curious in our movements, feeling into sensations. Again, at any point, we can kind of create enough sensation in the body, we move into a bit of an overwhelm. And know that it's always okay to create that space for yourself to come back, maybe dropping down into a child's pose or whatever it is you need. Right? Shavasana, maybe shaking that excess out, right? From here, let's go ahead and we're going to move directly into the other side. So first we'll start with pigeon. So I'm going to go ahead and just bend this left leg. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and bend and create that nice little angle with the shin and the heel driving it towards the opposite hip of the right. So that knee is pointing towards the top corner of our mat. And then let's take that beautiful right leg, left leg back. There you go. So I'm not kicking Kiwi the support dinosaur. Again, we might use our block and stay lifted here. Okay, or feel free to fold. If it feels all right, we can add a little movement. We'll come back up to a seat. We'll take that shoelace on the other side. So let's drive the left leg back forward. Again, I'll move to face the front. Right, so bringing that knee in line with my heel, and then just maybe I stay here if that feels good, right? And you can kind of maybe just hug that leg in, bringing the chest towards the knee. Maybe we get more into that stacked, maybe it feels okay to fold. Maybe we're still here in this half variation. Okay, maybe you're here. Wherever you want to be today, know that that's okay. All options are valid. And we'll just kind of uncross and wind. And we're just going to bend the knees, straighten the legs, bend the knees, straighten the legs. Just a little movement. And we're going to be coming down for our final pose here, which is Savasana, basically final rest. I'm going to move my blocks off to the side. If you'd like, it can feel really good to take some support underneath the ankles or the knees, so maybe the blocks or a blanket or a towel or a pillow. It can also feel really good to just stay in your constructive rest. Now, if you're like me and you got a hair bun scrunched up there, you might let that down so that you're not creating excess pressure here. Today I'm going to stay in a constructive rest. You can kind of go wherever it is you'd like to. Again, your practice, your body, your power. But if you're joining me in constructive rest, it's those feet are wide, knees maybe falling towards one another. And today I'm going to maybe crisscross the arms over the chest if that feels okay. Maybe placing the hands over top of the heart, if that's okay, or taking those hands and placing them over top of the belly, maybe spreading the fingers down and around past the belly button. Right? So just expanding across that whole abdomen area. If you need, maybe grabbing a pillow or a blanket and placing it on top, closing the eyes if it feels safe. Let's take a big breath in. And open the mouth again. If it feels safe, make some noise. We're going to do that again because I know that we can and still embrace that silly, playful, curious nature that we have innately in us all. Inhale in. Make a little noise. We'll do one more inhale. And make some noise. Staying here as long as you need. And staying here a little longer if that feels right for you. And if it is time to rejoin the world around, maybe we're wiggling our fingers, allowing our gaze to move about the room. If it feels right, full body stretch, arms long, point the toes. And then finding your way up to a seat in whichever way feels right for your body. Take your time, take what you need. We'll close with a shared breath and we'll send you on your way. So from here, bringing the hands to the lap or maybe at heart center, Anjali Mudra. And let's bow, our knowledgeable self, the brain, towards the heart. Inhaling. And open the mouth. Thank you so much for coming to play today. I hope it was everything you wanted, all of what you needed. As always, please remember to nourish yourself whichever way that looks like. I prefer to eat something yummy, and I think today it's going to be some Nanaimo bars. If you've never tried or heard of Nanaimo bar, go ahead.